Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for a weekly pickups video where I go through all the stuff I've picked up and had delivered over the past week. So without further ado, success. Let's get into it. Last week I picked up a fair few titles, about 7 in total, 6 films and 1 game. I was only really on planning up picking up a game and probably 1 or 2 films, but there was a Criterion sale. Yes, Criterion has finally brought down their prices to a reasonable amount on certain titles, so I picked up 3 of them, yes, which is a bit of a surprise. But yeah, let's dive straight into the stuff. And first up is the only game and the biggest game of the week, and that's Splatoon 3 for the Nintendo Switch. I played the previous Splatoons. I played the first one on Wii U, the second one on Switch, and now the third one's finally arrived 5 years after the second one, and it's a very fun game. The story mode is definitely where it's out with many creative levels and a fun little sidekick in a little fish there, yeah, called Small Fry. Everything else is very similar to Splatoon 2, just feels more refined. The multiplayer is fun as always, but again, very similar to Splatoon 2. But that being said, you can get into matches much more quick this time, loading is faster, and it just feels like a more streamlined and better experience. But yeah, very happy to have this in the collection. Normally it's about 50 quid. It's 50 quid in Argos, 50 quid in game. Tesco, of all places, had it for 40, so I picked it up from Tesco. Inside, as always, with the Switch game, you get alternative artwork, and there's your cartridge. So yeah, very happy to pick that up. And I've been playing it most of the weekend, so that's Splatoon 2. Now on to the films, and on the entertainment store they had this film reduced to about £5 or £5.50, and I didn't really want to go through there because of the Royal Mail strike, so I waited till Amazon had it on offer, and yes, they did. I had a £3 voucher or £3 and change voucher, so it only cost me just over £2. So I picked up James Caan and Kathy Bates in Misery. Yes, this is based on a Stephen King novel, and I actually watched it last night for the first time, and I really enjoyed it. It basically sees this highly praised writer, played by James Caan, going out travelling in the snow, and he basically has a car crash, and Kathy Bates rescues him. Unbeknownst to him, she's a super fan, and she's a super fan and a half. She is basically very crazed, and she's keeping him against his will, even tying him to the bed. Not in that way. And she can be very over the top, let's just say. There's a scene with a hammer that's very painful, and the final 10 minutes or 15 minutes is incredibly tense. Well, to be fair, the whole film is incredibly tense, and the runtime of 100 minutes just completely flies by. It's a superb film, one of the best Stephen King adaptations I've seen. Yeah, absolutely loved Misery. And there's the artwork on the disc, so that's great. Yeah, this is currently like £5 or £5.59 on Amazon and the entertainment store, so highly recommend picking that one up if you haven't seen it. Went into H&V and actually picked up a couple of more premiums. I was thinking about getting a couple, but I decided not to. But then during the stream last week and the previous week before, this film keeps being mentioned. And it's a film that it seems to be out of print in H&V online and on eBay. You can't seem to find a copy for less than 30 quid. My H&V had one final copy left, and that's Time After Time. Watched this yesterday as well, and this is a pleasant surprise. Okay. I watched this the other day, watched this on Sunday, and it's a wonderful little charming film that I really enjoyed. The setup of it just won me over. It's basically H.G. Wells writer of the Time Machine, actually did create a time machine. And it works. But unfortunately, Jack the Ripper nicks a time machine and goes to San Francisco. I think it's San Francisco in 1979. So it's up to H.G. Wells to try and capture him. So he goes into the time machine and goes to 1979 San Francisco and tries to find him. And watching him being a fish out of water, you can go into McDonald's. There's a lot of funny moments in this film, and it's just such a joy to watch. There's certainly a dark element there that doesn't really go too dark. With it kind of just cuts away from it from being too violent. But it's a very enjoyable film. There's a heavy romantic feel to it, and it is really charming for it. I honestly absolutely loved it. It's just under 2 hours. It flew by. Great performances by Malcolm McDowell and also the late great David Warner. I didn't actually realise he was in this, so that was great. And also there's a woman here called Mary Steenburgen. She plays the love interest, and for a minute she looks a bit like Kate Bush, like a very young Kate Bush. There she is there. But yeah, very highly enjoyed Time After Time. If you can get a copy from H&B, I highly recommend it. This one comes with a poster and some art cards. So yeah, that's Time After Time. Next up, I partnered that up with a film that I was going to get on the Criterions. And then I checked on H&B and they do it on the premium. So I thought, might as well get it on there. So that's Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek in Badlands. Don't really know too much about this one, but it's apparently based or inspired by true events, where this guy meets up with this young girl and they go on a killing spree. So it essentially feels like a Bonnie and Clyde sort of tale. It's from the director Terrence Malick, who done like The Thin Red Line, so highly quality director there. I've heard some amazing things about it. Really looking forward to watching this one. It's not a long film, it's just over 90 minutes. You also get a download code here, but I don't think it'll work. You get DVD, Blu-ray and some art cards. So yeah, that's Badlands. Haven't undone it yet, and I'm looking forward to watching it. Talking about Criterions, the rest of them are Criterions. Yes, I bought 3 of them. I bought 2 from H&B and 1 from Amazon, but I did get that one from Amazon a little bit cheaper. So first up, what I picked up for $12.99 from H&B is Secrets and Lies. Yes. This one stars Brenda Blethyn as just a normal everyday woman. She has a daughter, and I'm pretty certain she lives on her own. She has her brother. I think her brother is played by Timothy Spall, and his wife, who's played by Phyllis Logan from Lovejoy and also Downton Abbey. So yeah, it just follows the day in life of them. But then this woman also appears in the story, and she's looking for her biological mother, who just so happens to be Brenda Blethyn. So it sees like her coming into Brenda Blethyn's life and how the family reacts and how they all get on, and obviously all the secrets and lies actually come out. Don't know too much about it. I have spoke to my mum and she's seen it. She highly recommends it. Very good film. I'm pretty certain it is a film for film. It's a British one, so it's nice to see a British one on Criterion. I forgot the name there. You do get a load of special features there, just there. And you also do get a little booklet, if you can see that there. How long is this film? I don't know. There's a sticker on it. But yeah, very happy to get Secrets and Lies, especially for $12.99, because I'm thinking that's a pretty recent release. But yeah, that's Secrets and Lies. Next one that I picked up from H&B is Tokyo Drifter. This is just like a Yakuza film, a gangster film, so I'm sold straight away. Anything like that, and I'm always out. Always do enjoy these Japanese gangster films. This just sees like a guy, just a reformed killer who wants to go straight, but he slowly gets pulled back into the gangster game. And this one seems to be very trippy, very 60s, with a lot of neon colours, if you could not tell from the front cover. Looks very good. Looking forward to watching this one. I don't think this is a very long film. I think this is only about 90 minutes long. You do get a load of special features there, and you also do get a booklet. Surprisingly, for a gangster film, for a Yakuza film, it is a 12+, which is a surprise by me, but looking forward to watching this one. Again, another Criterion to add to the collection. The final pickup is a film that I wanted day one from once I know this Criterion sale was beginning. It's John Travolta and Nancy Allen in Brian De Palma's Blowout. This one originally came out on Arrow a few years ago, but it's long out of print now, and I think it costs probably about as much as this costs brand new. I actually only got this one for a £5 because I had a Amazon voucher for about £8, so it only cost me £5 exactly, so very happy with that. This one sees John Travolta like working in a cinema, and he's like sorting out all the tapes of the reels, and he's listening in, and he feels like he's hearing something that sounds like a murder of a politician. So he enlists Nancy Allen's help, and they go to investigate what is going on. Looks to be a really cool paranoia thriller, and I can't wait to watch it. Brian De Palma always does great films, and with John Travolta there and Nancy Allen, who I think was in RoboCop, should be a great time. But yeah, you do get loads of special features, again as always with Criterion. You get an hour-long interview with De Palma, various speeches, interviews, original theatrical trailer, and you also do get a nice big hefty booklet. It's nice to see that with every single Criterion release you always do get a booklet. I know some of the booklets can be very small compared to others, but it's nice to see that you guaranteed a booklet with every release. Yeah, that's 3 more Criterions to add to the rather small Criterion collection. I also do have Deep Cover, and I do have The Irishman, so yeah, 5. Not too bad. There's a couple of more that I do want to get on this Criterion sale. I'm only going to get a couple of more. I am tempted to get Eraserhead or Twin Peaks and Marriage Story, but I'm not willing to pay like £20 for one film. I'll probably just pick up Punch Drunk Love and Tokyo Cowboy. Is it Tokyo Cowboy? I cannot remember what the name is. Urban Cowboy, that's the one. But yeah, that's all the pickups and deliveries for the past week. If you've got any Criterion recommendations, pop them in the comments section down below, and I'll get back to you. Every single comment I will get back to you, I promise. So yeah, overall great little haul for this week. Thank you very much for watching my video. As always, we'll be back on Wednesday night with a Wednesday night movie live stream. Join me, Andy and Mike, where our special guest will be Scott the movie critic. It'll be great to get Scott back on the stream and have a chat with him. I had a chat with him last week on Gareth's live stream, and it was a lot of fun. So please tune in on Wednesday night and get your questions ready, because it's going to be another fun night. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and see you all on the next video. Bye.